So we get to Paul Pierce. And Paul Pierce, this is before the first game. So it'll be interesting to hear what Paul Pierce says tomorrow on the show. But this is what he said a couple of weeks ago. And it sounds like he watches Man Down Sports, because I've been saying this for years. And it feels good to hear someone say it on national TV, but it kind of flew under the radar because not enough people is talking about him mentioning this, or maybe we just tired of mentioning the same thing. Maybe we just tired of mentioning the same thing. But it's quite obvious to me, but it ain't obvious to everybody. But here's how Paul Pierce explained Team USA.
And the U.S. hasn't shown me any consistency yet, but they've shown me wins, and that's why I'm going with the under on it, because I do believe they'll win. And the reason Steph don't have a rhythm, Skip, and Key, you got to understand, these guys, and I said it before, they used to be in first options. Steph is used to bringing it up, cutting, coming back to the ball, dribble handoff, flare screen, whereas like now LeBron has the ball, he's controlling everybody's movements. Now, Steph, you go here, we may give it to you, we may not. Tatum, Anthony Edwards, y'all one options on their team, but now I need you to go stand in the corner. So the rhythm is off on the offensive end. But the concern got to be the defense. That's what the concern. I don't understand why the defense isn't as good, because when you get an opportunity to actually put a man in the middle, I would run like a certain type of zone with Joel Embiid out there. Let him just stand in the middle and clutter everything up. Seriously, stop putting them in pick and roll and letting them go out here to these shooting bigs. Get a zone going. I really would look at that. If not, then it's going to be tough if the game is close to play them in the fourth quarter when they putting these guys in these pick and roll situations and these centers is making these threes. Yep. That's my only concern if somebody get hot from three. But the spread, I'm under. I'm under on the spread. Right.
He made a good point. I'm going to just play the beginning part again.
And the U.S. hasn't shown me any consistency yet, but they've shown me wins. And that's why I'm going with the under on it, because I do believe they'll win. And the reason Steph don't have a rhythm, Skip, and Key, you got to understand, these guys, and I said it before, they used to be in first options. Steph is used to bringing it up, cutting, coming back to the ball, dribble handoff, flare screen, whereas like now LeBron has the ball, he's controlling everybody's movements. Now, Steph, you go here, we may give it to you, we may not. Tatum, Anthony Edwards, y'all one options on their team, but now I need you to go stand in the corner. So the rhythm is off on the offensive end.
He said Steph, Devin Booker, Embiid, like all of these guys come from teams where the offense was focused on them. Embiid is a post player, right? He's got other skills that he can use, but primarily he's a post player. Steph Curry is a shooter, but he's a rhythm guy. He does a lot of things with the ball, without the ball. The offense that he runs in Golden State sets a lot of off-ball screens for him and get him open. They do a lot of moving without the basket. They get Draymond in the high post, and they get, they catch people going back door off of the actions that, everybody paying attention to Steph Curry off the ball. Sometimes somebody can slip a screen because you're trying to hedge to make sure that he don't get a clean look at a three, and while you hedging, the screener is slipping the screen, right? So it's so many things that's going on. It's a lot of offense, and it doesn't take one person orchestrating that offense. It's the ball movement, it's the players moving, and for crying out loud, the coach that put all of that stuff in for Steph Curry is the coach of the Olympic team, and I don't see enough of that. I see LeBron's offense, right? So if we're running Bron ball, who is going to look the best in Bron ball? The way Bron ball looks is LeBron is going to do so much for the team, and he's going to rack up damn near a triple-double every game, and he's going to look like the team is on his back and can't do anything without him. But there is room for one more sidekick because, like I said, you need that dominant co-star that can just score in the phone booth. And it don't matter how bad the offense is, this guy, whenever he touched the ball and it goes up, it has a really good chance of going in. And that's what AD was for LeBron in the bubble. He just went mad and couldn't miss, hitting game winners, hitting threes, jump shots, post. That's what he was. That's what Wade was in Miami. That's what Kyrie Irving was in Cleveland, and that's what KD is right now for Team USA. So in Brown ball, LeBron shines. There's room for another co-star to get his shots up, but he's got to be an automatic bucket. Everyone else is Kyle Korver or what's the Kardashian name? Tristan Thompson. AD and Embiid is playing the Virgil Christian Thompson role. I'm setting screens for LeBron. I rebound. I play defense. And when I score, it's going to be off of LeBron alley-oop, off that high screen and roll action, right? But mostly I'm screening and rolling, getting extra possessions on offensive rebounds, and cleaning the glass on defense and playing defense. You know, and they say he makes the game so easy because I ain't got no pressure on me. All I got to do is set screens and run the floor. I'm in shape. I can run. I got a big body. I can set a screen. Everything else, I just roll and the ball just is right there and I can just dunk it in, right? That's good for a Tristan Thompson type guy, but not good for a guy like AD or Embiid who got way more ability than that. So notice how AD and Embiid look exactly like Tristan Thompson out here on Team USA, playing in France, right? Playing in Paris. You look like Tristan Thompson, and Steph looked like Kyle Korver. He looked like every shooter that played with LeBron. Boobie Gibson, Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith, right? That's what they look like. And I can't even tell you what freaking Tatum looked like. Have we seen? He didn't even get in the game tonight or today. But the exhibition games, have we seen him play well? Have we seen Booker play well? But they're just regular shooters, that, like every shooter that played with LeBron. But they got so much more ability. So LeBron will shine. There always will be a co-star that shine with him, but for the most part, it's his party. It's all about him. It's all about him, and I think players kind of get a little annoyed with that. You know, they kind of get tired of that, right? So, I just wanted to say that piece, and I'm gonna open the phone lines up for y'all, so y'all can come in here and let me know what y'all think about everything I said. You know, you got LeBron James playing Brown ball on Team USA. I didn't ever think I was gonna see that, you know. But it worked tonight. They got the win. They got the win, but sheesh, man. Like, to see Tatum not even get in the game, I can understand Halliburton not getting in the game, but I don't understand why Tatum didn't get in. But you know, caller from Florida, what's up?
What up, bro?
What's good?
Yo, I was just listening to you, and everything you were saying, man, is true about LeBron's style and how how he run things. He literally makes superstar players look worse than what they are in his system. And like you said, you got to have like an automatic score to like play with him because you got to save him all the time, and it's crazy.
That's true. I mean, and people have been pointing it out, and people have been saying this, man. But I just don't understand why. Like, I don't know. Am I saying something through the lenses of hate or something? Because you know, most of his fans will say I'm hating him. I'm hating on him, man. But like, that's literally what I see.
No, that ain't hate. It's just he being LeBron play a selfish brand of basketball, and you constantly got to save him. So, and then he gets all the credit at the end of the game, and what everybody else does don't even matter.
Yeah,
it's like
it was sad watching the game.
Holiday out there playing good defense, Derek White playing great defense.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's more than a game than just putting the ball in the bucket. And it's like it's all about him, man. Everybody gotta praise him, get on their knees for him, and it's crazy. Like,
yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, it's tough to watch, man. And but D Wade and whoever else was calling the game, I'm watching Kevin Durant not miss, and they was giving him his props, man. But as soon as LeBron did one thing, it just switched right back to LeBron. Like, you know, They couldn't stay on Kevin Durant long enough and praise him. They would praise him in the moment when he hit the shot. Oh man, he's great. But as soon as LeBron got an assist or a steal, here's this long conversation about the greatness of LeBron and how he's him and all of this crazy stuff. I'm like, man, dude, like they glazed on the game.
Yeah, and another thing that I'll be seeing is everybody be giving LeBron James like credit for the offense, but LeBron James creates no space for his teammates. His team said he got to set screens for him. They said he got to work in action. When KD got out there, he just started getting buckets. That's the difference between LeBron and KD, in my opinion, is KD could just go get buckets. LeBron needs screening action. He need off-ball screens. He need all that to even succeed. And that's why the first unit looks bad.
Yeah.
It's because of LeBron and him playing selfish. Like Embiid, we just watched Embiid last year in the NBA drop 70 points in the game. But he can't even score 4 points in FIBA. He can't even hit 10 playing with LeBron. That just shows you that LeBron does not make players better. He makes them worse.
Yeah, he makes them play their B game, just so he can play his A game. But you made a good point. All the things that he first of all, he need the space, so he need the paint wide open. So you had to put players in there that's going to be able to get out of the paint and stand at the 3-point line and be a threat, right? So you need the space. Then you need the high screen and roll action, right? And then he needs the ball, and he needs 10 to 15 seconds to work with it to make something happen, right? So he's so many things, but when you get KD in, he don't need nothing. Just when I get the ball, I can get the shot. I don't need you to screen for me. I don't need all that space because I'm just go one dribble pull up anyway. Like I don't need space. I don't need certain players on the floor. Like none of that. I can just get buckets in whatever system, whatever offense, and it's making this Bron ball look decent. But without him, man, this game would have been a lot closer, man. But I appreciate the call, man. I'm gonna try to get 2 or 3 more in before I move to the next topic.
Yeah.
All right, bro. All right, let's get one more phone call in. Also, let's get these likes up as well. Like Leon said, let's get it up to 200, man. Hit the like button. I hate to have to play that like song. Caller from Virginia, shut YouTube off in the background so I can't hear the echo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, I just this is my first time calling in. I just want to give you guys a shout out, man. I love your podcast. It's outstanding, right? I just want to echo everything you said, man. Everything you said is great. Nobody really gave, like you said, the defense that what's his name was playing. I can't forget his name. The way they were playing D and everything. Yeah, Drew Holiday was playing excellent D. Him and White. And something about, like I said, like Kevin Durant, like you were saying, he doesn't need screen, nothing like that. He gets the ball. I didn't watch the whole game. I watched the first part of it. Then I watched a little bit in the second half because they're pretty much starting to blow him away. But like you said about LeBron, everything you said is accurate to the point. And then people say you hating on him, but it's not, right? Durant showed it was really the difference. But like you said, what I noticed is that once LeBron started getting, a few points here and there, it switched away from Durant and they started giving LeBron all the credit. Even if you read the headlines, it's got LeBron James and then it had Kevin Durant. They got LeBron's name. So, it's all about the media. It's all about LeBron, everything he does. And I understand it, like I said, because I remember Kendrick Perkins making a comment that LeBron, once he gets his third gold medal, like I said, then, he'll be up there, his gold case, that can pretty much solidify his gold case, against Jordan, because Jordan got 2, he got 2, he needs that third one. Like I said, but like I said, I just want to let you know, I enjoy your show. You guys are great. Like I said, everything you said, I agree with you 100%. And like I said, people think you're hating, but it's not. I mean, you spitting facts about the game, right? But people have a tendency to think people are hating on LeBron, but it's true. It is what it is, right? Like I said, but I just want to say, thanks for spitting the facts, like I said, and just want to let you know, I'm a former Navy veteran. I know you guys.
Who y'all?
I'm out here in the 757. Yeah.
Who y'all? That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question before you go.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question before you go. What's your opinion on LeBron being 39, almost 40, logging in the most minutes, and also being in the game to the final seconds during a blowout? What was that about?
Like I said, people will think I'm hating, but I just think it's stat padding. I just think, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, so I was watching your comments there, and somebody made a comment about, okay, where Jordan was doing the same thing. No, Jordan was about winning. When he was all about getting the W, right? And like I said, people don't understand that Charles Barkley actually was the leading scorer on that 92 team.
Correct.
It wasn't about stat padding with Jordan. Jordan was about winning. That's what it was all about. With him and Kobe, them guys were all about getting the W, right? Like I said, I just think, like I said, it is what it is. I mean, you stat padding. You can't convince his fans any otherwise, That you got these hardcore, LeBron fans that think, you're hating on him. Like I said, I don't hate LeBron. I think LeBron's an excellent player. He's not my GOAT, but he is up there. He's a great player.
Yeah.
But it seems like to me like Clutch Sport and media, they got control of everything. It seems like they control a lot of the narrative.
Man, they got it locked down. Man. They got it locked
Yeah,
down.
they do.
You got to get them boys credit for that. And they look, I ain't even mad at them, man. But
no, I'm not either.
I just want to be able to, call it out, say what I see, and not have people act like that's not what's going on. Like, when we can see what they're doing, we can call it out. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad you're doing it, my brother. But at the same time, let's not lie and pretend like we're not doing it. We got it.
Yeah. And here's another thing. One more question. People complain, saying, okay, people always talk about like, okay, well, you're hating on the black man. I'm not hating. Nobody's hating on LeBron. LeBron is an excellent businessman. He's an excellent father. I applaud him for everything he's done. Helping his son. Whatever like that. But what I noticed is that, and like I said, I'm old school. And what I noticed is that in Jordan's day and Kobe day, you never heard them putting down the people that came before them.
No.
See, all this hate came, all this Jordan and Kobe hate came with the Clutch Sports and LeBron era.
Yeah.
I never heard these guys, Jordan, and put down the people that came before them. They always praised them. But it seems like now it's a regular thing now. I mean, they're really trying to destroy Jordan and Kobe's legacy. And I think, and I blame Clutch Sport and LeBron for that, because it didn't used to be like that.
Yeah. That fan base is a special fan base, and now we're seeing it on the WNBA side with Caitlin Clark and her fan base, man. So watch out for that, man. But
that's great. That's a crazy thing. Yeah. Like I said, most of her fans probably never watched basketball.
I might have to come out. I might have to come back tonight and just do a Caitlin Clark episode. Just that. Because I got to spend some time on that, man. But that thing is a phenomenon.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Like I said, that fan base is, most of them people they probably couldn't tell you anything about basketball. It's it's almost like a cult. That's all that is.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
But thanks for the call, though, bro.
No problem, man. Take care.
Yep. All right, let's get one more call. Let's get one more, and then let's go. One more call, and then we can move to the next topic. The U.S. team was flawed from the beginning with Grant Hill allowing himself to be the poster boy in terms of other players on the roster. This is just an extension of what the NBA league has been doing. I agree. Greg Anderson, what's up, man? What's your thoughts?
Man, what's going on, man? We needed you back in these streets, man. Where you been, bro?
Man, I don't know. Last week, but I tried to record 2 times last week, man, and then it just, stuff came up and stuff like that. You know how it is.
Hey, life be life. But check this out. I'm so glad. I'm glad you're back. Great episode so far. I was listening to it in the car, but I'm glad you started it off with that Kobe Bryant sound back, talking about how his willingness to be a part of the team, do the dirty work to be a part of the team. But Let me tell you about my GOAT. My GOAT did the same thing back in '92 for the Dream Team. The only difference was he was up all night gambling, smoking cigars, drinking cognac, playing 2 rounds of golf, then stuck the best point guard in the backcourt.
Yeah.
So, but But that's the attitude that these leaders, these GOATs, that's the attitude that you have to have instead of coming in trying to overshadow these guys, which I don't like.
Yeah, like that, like the attitude of saying I'm older, they're younger. I need to show them how to win, but they got young legs that I'm going to allow them to do what they do good, and then when they need me, I come in. I give you the example of this, Greg.
Okay.
When you're training your son, right? It don't even have to be sports. You could be fixing on your car, right? And your son is very young. How does that start out? Hey, hand me the screwdriver, the flathead. You showing him, like, he's out there watching you do everything, and then you're introducing him slowly but surely to things. Hey, that's a flathead. That's a hand me that Phillips. Hey, hand me that wrench. Hey, that's a crescent wrench. Hey, that's an adjustable wrench. Like, you learn all of that stuff, right? But then it comes to a point where you at an age where, hey man, my back might not let me get up under this hood like I used to, and so I'm glad I trained my son to be able to do it, but he hasn't been doing it as long as me, so I'm out here with him and he's doing everything. I'm just pointing my fingers on, hey man, pull that out, do that. Hey, if you take those 4 screws out, that thing will come right out. All of those things, right? You're telling him to do all that, and if he needs you, then you step in. How would it look if I teach my son how to do all that stuff, and at 42, I'm still out there doing it, and he's still handing me the screwdriver, the flathead, the Phillips, the adjustable wrench, the credit. He's still doing the kid stuff while I'm out there trying to showboat and say, I'm all this and that. That's what Kobe was doing. He got out of the way for the young bucks and said, y'all pull that motor out. I'm going to sit here and point fingers and tell y'all doing it right. And if when y'all doing it wrong, I step in. LeBron is saying, no, watch me pull this motor out and get the credit for it while y'all just sit down and support me. Hand me the screwdriver.
And meanwhile, all of these guys are certified mechanics working at dealerships. So they got the skills
exactly
to do the job.
Got their own shops. They all got their own shop. They don't need LeBron to come out here and spoon feed them.
And he's still talking about pass me the flathead. But check this out. Did you hear Draymond on the 520 podcast talking about why LeBron's the GOAT? He's talking about some LeBron shares the ball. He intentionally makes this his business to make other players better. And then they always go with these lower level players like Booby Gibson and guys you would have never heard of. But my thing is, it's not about these fringe NBA players that you make better. It's about the all-stars that you make worse. Mm-hmm. It's like, can't nobody shine on the same squad as LeBron because he plays that style of ball that is so ball dominant. That's why a guy like Tatum, he can go from all NBA first team to not even getting in the game at all.
Sheesh. Coming fresh off a championship, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
And demoralizing.
It's demoralizing. So much so that they run the risk of during next year's Olympics. Won't nobody want to know how they won't even accept the invite because now they're getting pissed off at Nike. They're getting pissed off at LeBron. They're getting pissed off for giving up their summer and not having all of that uncertainty whether or not they're gonna play or not. So they're running the risk of winning the gold this year, but in the next 2 to 4 years, ain't nobody gonna want to come.
It's sad.
Yeah, but I'll get off the line, man. I want to hear the rest of your comments, man. Good stuff so far.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, but so we talked about the difference between Kobe and his approach when he was the vet and LeBron and his approach when now he's the vet, right? He still wants all the shine and the credit, and he wants the guys that's supposed to be his young bucks to just sit back and watch and just support him and tell the world how great he is, right? Versus the attitude of, y'all do it. I'm gonna sit back and watch, and I'm gonna step in when y'all need me, right? Or I play the defensive role, or I play the facilitator role, but wanting to play the exact same way he's been playing his whole career on the dream team or on the Olympic team is diabolical, man. That's nasty work.